Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Q&A show. I'm your co-host, Frankie J.
And I'm J Word, where y'all bring us the questions and we deliver the answers. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it with
The Q&A show. J Word, what it be like today?
It's
What it be
good.
like?
It's good. It's good. I'm healing from a broken ankle, but it's good.
Oh, now
Old age catching up.
Now who ass did you put your foot into?
Not old age.
Well,
Fell down one step.
oh well, you keep that to yourself, your old ass self. All right, so what are you smoking on?
Actually, today I robbed your humidor. And got some Romantico.
Oh, you got the cheap ones.
Probably.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you got the
Based on how you store them.
Yeah. You got that at the bottom. That's the bottom basement. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So what you drinking on? What's that? Some wait a minute. Don't let me guess. What do you call that? Patron?
Yes, indeed.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into it. We have Felix from New York. Felix from New York asks, is plastic surgery the answer for modern day women? Well, I'm gonna say this here. I believe it's become the answer. I believe it's become a shortcut. It should start off as a shortcut, but I believe that women have made it a permanent answer. Plastic surgery does not block fat,
No.
right? So if you pay all this money, that's another thing, the cost. You pay all this money to
Depending
get
on
your...
where you got it.
Yeah, right. You can go to Leroy basement. He can fill you up with some Fix-A-Flat, and you got an instant ass.
Exactly.
Right? For $12.50, a pack of Newport and a 6-pack. Leroy will hook you up right there on 8th and H. But listen, I think the women pay all this money, and this is not under like Medicare or anything like that. Mm-hmm. So it's you got to have some cash.
Right.
So you pay this money to redo your body. You look phenomenal. But then what? But then what? Like, you do this for you? You do it for men?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. You do it for men. Here's my thing. Suppose you get this done for men. And basically a certain caliber of man. Mm-hmm. You want a higher caliber of man. And you get the same results. Now you go through all this change, which is dangerous, going under the knife,
Yes,
on a serious note, it's
all surgery is dangerous.
Right. So you get this change and you get a different type of man, maybe a better established man, richer man, but you get the same results. Mm-hmm. So it ain't your body, goddammit. It ain't your body.
It's the same person who said
the common denominator is you.
Right.
There's something that going on with you that's turning men off on from any caliber.
Right.
So I'm not in a woman's mind, but whatever makes you all happy. If it eases your mind, if it boosts your confidence, fine. But don't depend on it. I think you could change your body with a little gym work.
Yes, indeed.
You could change your body with
diet,
better eating habits. I think instead of going out to eat every 3 or 4 days a week, why don't try the gym?
Yeah.
Try cooking.
Right.
Anything other than just saying, hey, I'm gonna go under the knife and get this fixed.
Right.
But again, I'm not in a woman's mind. Men can tell a woman that she's beautiful a million times a day. Mm-hmm. But she won't believe it. She has to believe it herself.
Right.
And I also feel that a lot of women, speaking of caliber of men, I think they get these surgeries to get a higher caliber of man. I think they look at these athletes, rappers, whatever, online or whatever, and they get brainwashed into thinking, for me to get a man like that, I have to look like her. Okay. And I just think there's a lot of insecurity plays a part of this.
Absolutely.
You know, a lot of insecurities. They can say, "Oh, I'm insecure. I'm insecure." Well, you so secure? Why are you getting all this
Right.
going on at night? But it's a dangerous procedure. Be careful. And another thing,
What's another thing?
it don't block fat. You know what I mean? They get these surgeries and it's like, okay, I don't have to exercise and I don't have to
That's
eat
a lie.
right.
That's
Right.
a lie.
It's a total lie. And you change your body, you're looking good, you're looking better,
Mm-hmm.
and 2 years later, you know, okay, you still got this flat stomach, but your back looking like a truck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because the fat got to go somewhere.
It's gonna go somewhere.
Right.
So it's not a permanent solution, it's just a shortcut.
Right.
So, you know, Felix from New York, it is the answer for modern day beauty. And I hate to say it, but it is. But maybe we can start coming up, maybe more men might want to suggest to their lady, you know, hey baby, let's just go bike ride.
Mm-hmm.
Let's-
Get tired of
Yeah. But what do you think, Miss J Word?
I agree 100%. So when it comes to the plastic surgery, the facial enhancements or whatever they're getting done now, it's all with the intention of impressing men. I don't care whether it's a modern day woman, old fashioned woman. Women are still women.
Yeah.
No matter what you say, no matter how you cut it.
Yeah.
We still want the attention of men. And whether it's a high caliber man, as you suggested, or just the everyday man,
Yeah.
we still want that attention.
Attention is attention.
Right. And we look at what you like and what you seem to be attracted to. I shouldn't say what you like, what you're attracted to.
Bingo.
Because
Bingo.
those are two different things.
Yes, it is.
And having hung around men, we as women don't understand those are two different things.
Yep.
What they're looking at on the screen or in the magazine, or I guess now it's not the magazine, on the phone.
Yeah, right. Now, we walking down the street looking at ass.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right. Everyone has an ass. To
Yeah.
go to Mexico or Silver Spring to get an ass injection, that's temporary. You still have to, at some point, have a conversation.
Yes, you do.
And once that conversation gets started and you just, he's walking away.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
He's gone. It is what it is.
You're right.
But I agree that yes, right now it's the thing. Unfortunately, I also think that at some point, I think in the next 5 to 10 years, we're gonna see a shift. Men are gonna start shifting back to a real body. Now, from my point of view, go to the gym, change your diet. No, you don't need to eat out every other day. If you're eating out every other day, go somewhere with salad. Go somewhere with fish instead of pork. Change your lifestyle. Now, yes, I know somebody's watching right now saying, well, you clearly ain't. And I'm not.
You goddamn.
But I'm good with that.
You goddamn viewers better not hurt J Word feelings, goddamn it.
But the thing is, I know what I'm working with. I also know what it means to go to the gym. I also know what it means to be in shape. And when I'm finished eating the next rib that I'm going to eat, I might be on my way to the gym. But at the same time, I'm not offended if a man says to me, let's go on a date to the gym. Oh, I'm going to be in the gym with you. Now, the thing is, when I go to the gym, I go to work out. I'm not putting on white shorts or tank top. I'm putting on some sweats and a bleached up shirt.
Okay.
I'm
Bleached
going
up,
to
huh?
work it out.
Bleached up.
I'm going to work out. And then after we finish working out, we can maybe work out.
All right now. Did you hear the lovely J Word?
But
2
That's
workouts
what I
in one day.
there you go.
Okay, so basically, you know, let me just go back to this real quick. You said something that was very catching. You said there's going to be a shift.
Yeah.
What shift are you talking about? Men already, we never asked for these surgical bodies.
Right.
So there is no.
But don't say that.
No. We don't ask for that. No, we don't ask for. We don't say, "Hey, baby, why don't you go to the surgeon and get more ass?"
You sure about that? Because I remember a time. Now this is going back a few years where people were saying you need to go get that fixed. You need to go ahead and get that checked out or get that tightened up or whatever. And now women are taking it to a whole nother.
Wait a minute. God damn it. You mean it wasn't no man telling them that you got to get this fixed, you got to do that.
Okay.
No. Well, out of 10 men, it might have been one, and you got to look at the caliber of that guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's typically not men. We might be like, hey, baby, you putting on a couple pounds. When we ease back, do something. But it's not going to be, hey, go get a new ass, go get surgery. No, it's not.
But remember what I also said. Women are watching what y'all are watching.
But we just watch it. We don't want it. We don't want it.
I think you all may need to say that more. Because women aren't catching that part. They're thinking, oh, that's what they want. They want the quote-unquote revenge body. The person who started that phrase, that whole body was manufactured, literally. But they're talking about you need to go get your revenge body. You literally got your whole body, from your hair, your lips, your everything, from going to get surgery.
Mm-hmm.
But you talking about go get a revenge body. Now, even like you said, even after you get the plastic surgery, you need to be in the gym. You need to keep that up.
Yeah,
you can't keep it up if you still doing everything you were doing before.
Yeah, true that. Now you are right. Now, still going back to men wanting and men looking. It's two different things, ladies. Yes, we look at women. We look at women all day. Yes, we look online. We look at OnlyFans pages. We look at big booty Dallas girls or whatever. Yes, but it doesn't mean that's what we want a wife. It just means we like to look at it. If you want to spice up your relationship with your man, it's not just going to be the change of your body. Maybe put on some sexy lingerie for him. Maybe just give him some pure, unadulterated, hey, some sex. I mean, what I'm saying? That's always a barn burner. But to go back to Felix, listen, I think women going to do whatever they want to do. Be safe, but I really don't agree with the surgery first. I don't think that should be the first answer. I think you should really go into a mindset of maybe, hell, if it's not the gym, cycle. Go bike riding with your kids or something. Right. A walk.
Right.
People forget a brisk walk does wonders.
Right.
And eat a little bit better, and you'll see your body changing a lot more. But ladies, just be careful.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So, hope that helped you out, Felix. So, you got the next one, Jay Word?
I do. Let's see here. Tracy from L.A., California. Hey, how you doing, Tracy? Tracy says, how come modern day men don't approach women anymore?
Ooh. Can I answer that?
I think
wait a minute.
Frankie J has an answer. I think he has an answer for that.
Oh my God. Let me hit you with the Fred Sanford. Oh, Elizabeth. You hear that, baby? Man, let me tell y'all something. We ain't approaching y'all like that no more because of you. Uncle Sam say, I want you. It's because of you. Y'all have turned the whole art of approaching you all into, like, warfare. Like, we actually have to plan to go to war. Put on our fatigues. You got to put on that war paint. And we got to just go to war just to approach y'all because you make the rejection so harsh. Men can handle rejection, but nobody deserves to be disrespected.
Right.
Especially if he comes at you with respect.
Right.
This whole not approaching anymore, this really is becoming an epidemic. Because I talk to men my age, younger, and they're not approaching women like that anymore. the whole art of just approaching a woman. If you all get off your phone, stay off that phone, and we damn sure. Let me open my shirt a little bit, get a little buck. Let me get a little buck with you. We ain't approaching y'all in a group.
Okay.
Why do y'all always go out in a group? If it's 4 or 5 of y'all, we are not going to approach you in a group. Make yourself accessible to be approached. Get away from the group, or why don't y'all go out with one girlfriend? Mm-hmm. The reason why we don't approach in groups is because 1, the harsh rejection. 2, okay, when we approach a woman and ask her, hey, can I, would you like to go to the bar? Can I buy you a drink? You got somebody in a peanut gallery talking about you gonna buy us all drinks. You the man. It's 10 of y'all, and I gotta buy all y'all drinks just for you all to say, hey, he's okay. Go ahead and talk to him. Come on, y'all. Come on, man.
Right.
Y'all doing too much. It's you making it just too much of a warfare approach game. It's too much. Right. I think if you're interested, be interested. Look interested. Mm-hmm. What happened to the art of you all flirting a little bit? Maybe it's just me. Maybe I don't get no eye contact. But what happened to the little, the little ways y'all, hi, eye contact, right, something. But now you all just sit around and, here's another one. Here's a doozy. If you're in a party, you know what I'm saying? We don't approach, I see, especially the younger women, they humping and grinding on another woman.
Don't say, yeah.
I see that all the time. And sometimes with older women, I see them maybe hit another woman on the behind, like she might be dancing and she, you're hitting her. Well, I think you're gay.
Right.
I mean, that's my first thought. Right. And no offense, I'm not knocking how you all party nowadays.
Right.
But to my sense as a man, when I see another woman humping and grinding on another woman,
that's what you want.
That my first impression is, that's who you want to be with. But Lord have mercy, we would love to get back to the days of just stepping to you all. Hey, how you doing? My name is such and such. What's yours? Right. Instead of, well, it's gonna cost you to get this conversation. Right. Damn, everything costs, man. Right. It costs to talk to you. So Tracy from LA.
That's what you gotta say.
You know what? Tracy from LA, here's what I gotta say also. I'm gonna end it with this. I'm gonna toss it back over to J Word. How about this? Flirt with a man a little bit. I know women nowadays like, I ain't gotta flirt. If he interested, he should just come over to me. Man, have you been listening? You all have made it too hard for us to even deal with it. It has nothing to do with confidence. I hear a lot of women saying, well, he ain't confident enough to approach. It's not about confidence. It's about, do I feel like being bothered with being disrespected? Right. And we're going by your energy. Right. Sometimes y'all look like you might be somewhere and you looking like
constipated.
Right. You said what? Constipated. I didn't say it, ladies. J-Word did. But
that's what they look like.
I swear y'all look like you ready to fight somebody. Right. Damn, how about a little smile or something? Just your energy will attract. Your positive energy will attract positive energy. Right. Your negative energy will attract negative energy.
There you go.
So that's what Frankie J got to say. And I'm gonna tell you something else, damn it. I'm gonna tell you something else. Y'all women in these groups, y'all don't even realize that it's a hater amongst you.
Oh, absolutely.
Because the woman who's getting approached all the time, the rest of them, they'll tell that woman, girl, don't talk to him. He's cheap. He don't look like this. He don't even look like your type. Mm-hmm. Well, who knows? Maybe he is her type. Right. But they're trying to brainwash her into not talking to this man, which that could be the man for her. Right. So women better understand it's a lot of hating going on.
Absolutely.
I'm done.
Absolutely. So let me just add my 2 cents, since you done added 10 cents.
Okay. I had to go over them.
Women, we need to be approachable. Men can't approach someone that's not approachable. If you want a group of 5 to 10 women, that's not approachable. If you are, like you said, you flirting. My idea of flirting is making quick 3 to 5 second eye contact. I don't go overboard, but even if you look at me right now, there's stuff that you can talk to me about. I like your eyeglasses. Men do that to me all the time. Oh, those some fly eyeglasses. That's the start of a conversation.
Okay.
Right there.
Okay. Okay.
If you notice, there's a diamond on my tooth. Men have approached me. Is that a diamond on your tooth? You saw it from way over there. I know you saw it. Now, instead of me being rude, saying you saw it from all, yeah, it's a rhinestone. Oh, okay. Well, that's a conversation.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And I don't go in packs. I don't go out in packs. I don't have a lot of girlfriends anyway, but I do not do a pack thing. And if you approach me, I'm probably going to try and shift to walking away from the group anyway. Because that's not approachable.
That's old school, and you've been hanging around us long enough to realize that that's not going to work. So you actually been schooled a lot too, though. Because you've watched men, how we move, how we think, and you listen to our conversations, and you've applied that.
Right. Now, I will say this, for the men that I've hung around. I think all of y'all need to go hang out at a hand dance location where they're doing hand dancing, because that is easy to get a conversation started. Very easy.
I think any type of...
You can't hand dance with a shitload of women.
Right. But any type, you're right, but any type of events like that, I think they're great. Like even karaoke night.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, I love karaoke. Yeah. A lot of women, however, are shy about karaoke. I don't care about making a fool out of myself.
Okay.
Y'all know that.
I know that. Yeah. I know clearly. I know that.
So yeah. But that's the only advice I can give on that. I think Frankie J gave you a list of things.
Man, that shit, it just gets me hot when we hear, these questions, because they're common questions. They're so common. Like, how come modern men don't approach anymore? But, listen to men why we don't approach anymore. Right. Listen to us. And then actually apply that, like you said. You listen to men. You listen to our conversations. You see how we move. You see how we work. You see what we talk about. Apply that to your life. And maybe the right guy will approach you after that.
Right.
I don't know. You gotta stop being hard-headed, man.
Oh, hard-headed?
Yeah, goddamn it.
You telling your age.
Hard-headed, right? All right. So next up, we got Super Dave from Upper Marlboro, Maryland. Super Dave says, this is the title of it. Dig this. Superficial at its best. Super Dave says, what do you call a woman who goes out, sit around with girlfriends, videoing themselves the whole time that they're there, then say the place was whack because no men approached, or they'll say, it wasn't nobody there type in there. We just had this conversation.
They don't approach because you're not approachable.
Common sense, right? It's just really common sense. And for women to say it has something to do with confidence, it's not. You're just not approachable. You're not being approachable. So, Super Dave, I think women that you see out, because I see them all the time too, J Word, I'm sure you do.
Right.
They're constantly like this.
Oh, yeah.
You're
taking the pictures, getting that perfect picture.
I see women walking in a spot like this. How often you gotta look? How many times you gotta look at yourself to know that you're beautiful?
Probably 150.
God damn. So when we see that, I think a lot of women, they need constant reassurance that you're attractive. And when you're looking at yourself on film, and you can add those, what do you call those, filtering?
Oh, yeah.
When you do that, and you add all this, and you're like, God, I look beautiful. Yes, you might do. But a lot of you probably didn't even need those filters to know how beautiful you are. You know, but those filters make you look extraordinarily beautiful. And I think it brainwashes them. So the attitude is like, look how fine I look. You know what I'm saying? Like, look how fine I look, damn it. You better come correct, because I look fine as shit on this phone.
Okay.
But right, on the phone, right? But I think it translates mentally, psychologically, that the arrogance, the arrogance and the egos, they hawk up like the Incredible Hulk. You know, when a Hulk turns green, he get huge, he's hawking up. I think that's what happens with a lot of women's egos with these cell phones, with them videoing themselves. Yeah. I mean, everywhere they go, you got a video of what you're eating. Look what I'm eating. Look what I'm wearing.
Well,
look at my shoes.
If I'm eating something that is really, really good, I'm going to videotape. I'm going to take a picture of it.
I mean, I get it, but
constantly no.
Yeah, come on, man.
Once I dig in, I'm putting the phone down.
Y'all gotta just ease back, man. Pay more attention to just where you are. Have fun.
Yeah.
That's why no one's dancing anymore. Don't nobody really dance. Dance floors be empty and carrying on.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I'm not. Come on, y'all. Let's get back to just having fun, enjoying the outing, and enjoying the people, the venue, your friends, and put the phone down for a little while.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then maybe you might get approached.
Exactly.
Get your shit together.
My word down today.
What you guys say, baby?
Be approachable. All right. Well, thank you, Dave, from round the way, DMV, to Upper Marlboro. So, let me get on to the next one. Letitia from Dallas, Texas. Let's see what you got to say, Letitia. Why do so many women preach how independent they are, how educated they are, how great of a career they have, and how they don't need no man, but in the same breath say they need a man that makes so much money to pay their bills and take them on trips, shopping sprees, and restaurants they don't even go to? I just wish they'd stop, because Letitia needs a man, period, honey. I feel you, Letitia. But I'm going to go ahead and let you answer first.
Wait a minute. Now, Letitia is making a lot of sense. Why do so many women preach how independent you are, how you don't need a man, but then the next second you're like, where you taking me?
Right.
What you buying me? What you doing for me?
Cheesecake Factory ain't good enough. That's a major insult to me.
Right. Man, that is my go-to. Cheesecake Factory for Frankie J, baby.
Factory. You can't go wrong with Cheesecake Factory.
I swear to goodness. But I think, for real, I think all that is really the end thing to say.
Yeah.
I think a lot of women just feel that they see a lot of women on social media saying this, and they follow a trend.
Yeah.
Because when you say something, I'm not even going to say it's negative per se, but when you say something like you don't need a man, you're going to get a whole lot of followers. And I think a lot of people, that's attention as well. I think a lot of people gather followers by following,
nonsense.
Yeah, exactly. Ridiculous statements like that. But you know what? You never, ever hear men say anything like that. You never hear men say, we don't need no woman. I mean, really? You know what? We just got more common sense.
Oh, wait a minute. A lot of y'all will say, I need 5 women. So no, you don't say I need a woman. I need 5 women.
But the point remains, we ain't ever gonna say we don't need no woman. And let me tell you something else, goddammit. When y'all get these toys, and that's what really makes them feel like we don't need no man, because you get toys and you got some money. Well, we don't have toys. We don't have that. And if we do, well, maybe we do. Maybe we do. I don't know. We got toys?
Y'all got a lot of toys.
Men got a lot of toys?
Yes. Nowadays, y'all got a lot of toys.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Okay, well, let me just put it like this. The money we pay for these damn toys, we can get the real goddamn thing. See, we need The toys ain't coming with no heels. The toys ain't.
Yeah.
It's not coming with no good perfume. The toys not coming with no damn skin,
Thighs.
no thighs, some skin, some Charmin. Ain't coming with no Charmin. You know what I'm saying? For real. It don't have no hair. It ain't making no noise. That's what fuels us, though. That's what gets us. We can't walk around no motherfucking pocket pussy.
Yeah.
No, that's not gonna be enough for us.
You just said something that made me realize something about me.
What, toys?
Yeah. That's why I don't have it. That's probably why I don't have toys, because it's not a human body. It doesn't make the sounds. It doesn't do what a human body does.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't do the same. I need that physical touch from an actual human person.
Right.
But in terms of, let me get back to answering Letitia. Letitia, technically I'm independent. Yeah, I have a degree. Yeah, I have a career. And when you look at the black and white, technically, no, I don't need a man, but I want one. I'm never going to say I don't want one. I want one. But when he comes to the table, yes, I would like to continue to do the things I like to do.
Correct.
Not what social media likes to do. What I like to do. And I'm going to Cheesecake Factory. And look, hold on. I might pay the bill.
Well, Lord, you really been hanging around us. Look, J-Word got it down packed, gentlemen. Y'all you better get with J-Word. J-Word talking about she paid the bill. But you know what? To be honest with you, that right there actually fuels men. If a woman paid the bill, and I'm not saying y'all taking care of a man and duties and stuff like that, but I think if
I'm paying the dinner bill, not your electric bill.
Right. But I think if a woman just said, you know, hey, I got this, you know, that's a more of a turn on. And the next time y'all go out, that nigga might take you to Paris. You might be in Rome. Because he going to be so impressed by you just paying, you know, $50 or $60 that the next time he's going to make sure he's going to put out that money.
Right. Right. And, you know, speaking of that, like, I am very big on small things that I get excited about. It can be some really stupid stuff. I don't get excited because you spent a lot on a meal or a bottle of wine. That doesn't excite me. It's the small things. We went for a long walk. You got a nice, quiet park with very little bugs. And we sat out. And we don't even have to eat. We can just sit and chill on a blanket and just
vibe. Yeah.
With some good music and a cigar.
There we go.
So I'm not for the men that don't like women that smoke cigars. But that's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough. I would be way more excited over that than a trip to Jamaica. That's dead ass.
Well, you know what? I'm going to say this. You will be more excited by that because you can take yourself to Jamaica.
True.
Yeah, and a whole lot of women cannot. No matter how much they front. I can do this. I'm independent. I don't need no man. Yeah, you do. You need a man to take you to Jamaica. You've been to Jamaica. You can go to Jamaica anytime you want. So that don't impress you. And that's why, you know, Miss Letitia from Dallas, Texas.
Oh, Texas,
Dallas,
right? Texas.
To answer your question about the independent thing, sometimes that independent woman attitude will turn a man off. There's nothing wrong being independent.
Right.
There's nothing wrong being educated. But please talk about more things than your independence and your education.
Yes, indeed.
Yep, have more conversation than that, because that's what turns us on. We are not women. We don't get turned on by you talking about your education, your salaries, your job title, your car, your vacations. You know, no man ever caught wood from a woman's job title.
Right.
You know, we're not women.
Right.
So all that it really gets thrown out of the window. Just have conversation, and be in tune with that man. You know, you know what I'm saying? Just vibe with the conversation, and hopefully, you know, y'all could gel together. But I don't know about this whole, you know, why do women do this? I don't know, because I'm not a woman. But I think a lot of women feel that they don't need no man
Mm.
because their relationships have failed.
Oh. Okay.
And Frankie J has spoken. J Word, are you done?
I was done.
All right, y'all. Well, it's that sound. I hear that sound again.
So do I.
All right. So we are in the final chapter of the show called "Have You Ever?" All right. Oh, this is a good one, ladies and gentlemen. This is a good one. Have you ever taken a shit outside?
Mm-mm. That clearly is for men.
Let me wait a minute. I think women have done it before too. Y'all just ain't gonna admit to that shit.
Oh.
But let me tell you something, Frankie J. Hell yeah, yeah, I have. And listen, I ain't ashamed neither. God damn it. Look, I had to pull over on the Beltway, and it was during the daytime. Man,
You know what?
I don't know what happened, but I had to take all my clothes off, and I took that squat in the woods.
In the daytime?
In the daytime, behind a tree.
So you was ass naked in the daytime?
Man, I ass naked. Ass naked except for a shirt. I have a shirt on. I had to take my shoes off because I ain't want no shit on my damn shoes. I mean, I went strictly animal in the woods. I had to go. What else was I going to do?
Was this in Rock Creek Park?
No, it wasn't in Rock Creek Park.
Oh.
It was on the Beltway. On the Beltway, the highway. I pulled all the way over. I had to go. You know, you clenching your ass like this. You clenching, and then you're farting, and then you're clenching, and then you like, oh, one more clench. Here it go.
Wasn't no 7-Eleven.
I couldn't get to no 7-Eleven. It was the Beltway. I could not hold it. My ass was locked up as tight as it can get. And Frankie J had to go. And guess what? I ain't ashamed to say it. I wiped my ass with my shirt. Left that shirt right in the woods.
I hope so.
Some deer had a hell of a damn time. They was probably mad as shit. Who's shitting in my damn woods? But
man.
So basically you telling me that's a no for you, huh?
Absolutely no. I've never. If it's that bad, I will look for even a 7-Eleven. And I think I've shared with you and the fellas that I am not a public bathroom person.
Right.
So if I gotta go, I'm waiting till I get home. But if it's that urgent, I look for even a 7-Eleven. But I'll try and find a restaurant, something that looks like it's clean.
All right, so let's read some of these comments here. We got Mr. Peters from over there, Illinois, whatever that means. Okay. Mr. Peters from over there, Illinois says, I sure did. He said the subway stations wouldn't let you use their restrooms, and I just got off the train stop, and my ass was about to blow. He said he ran down the street behind a dumpster and let it rip. What he says, I felt embarrassed, but shit, I had to shit.
I guess so.
Why you ain't ask him what no McDonald's near?
I still feel the same way.
I mean, shit.
It was a dumpster. There was something nearby that he could have gone inside.
You remember Fridays, right? Smokey took that shit outside of the yard. He couldn't even make it.
Because he couldn't get in the house, though.
Look, he could have ran to a 7-Eleven.
He couldn't go into the neighbor's house.
Man, we don't... Listen, we ain't doing that, man. We got to go. We got to go. We got one more. We got Curtis from Jacksonville, Florida. Curtis says... Yes, I have taken a dump outside. Actually, wait a minute. What? Kurt says, actually, in the driver's seat of my ex-girlfriend's car. From now on, I bet she'll think twice about cheating. Now smell what Curtis is shitting, bitch.
Wow.
Curtis!
Wow, Curtis. Curtis, you's a nasty bastard. You's a nasty, dirty bastard.
Not only is he that, but Curtis, how hurt are you, brother?
Exactly.
You took a shit in your ex's car? Bro, how do you, no, for real, how do you do that? How do you make yourself shit? Did he wait until he had to shit?
I guess.
I mean,
the thought of that never would have crossed my mind.
Can you force yourself to shit? Like, can you just say, you know what? It's 2:00. I'm a shit
Let
right
me
now.
just say this: if anyone ever approaches me named Curtis, the answer's no. And this one is in Jacksonville, Florida. So hopefully I'll never meet him. But if your name is Curtis, don't ever approach me because I'm going to assume you this Curtis.
I know that's right. And Curtis, listen here, man. I'm glad you ain't put no last name. Because, brother, you'd got fired from your job. Matter of fact, women would kick you out this planet. Talking some crazy shit like that. All right, well, that's our show for this evening, ladies and gentlemen. That's our show for this evening. Thanks for tuning in to the Q&A show. We see you next Tuesday at 7 p.m. on our YouTube station at Q&A show. Don't forget to drop those comments and questions. And don't forget to drop by Amazon.com and pick up a copy of Blood, Lies, and Secrets, my novel. Blood, Lies, and Secrets on Amazon.com. Check it out. Until next week, God. Man, can you believe that nigga motherfucker took a shit in his girlfriend's
I better not
car?
meet nobody named Curtis.
I want to fight that nigga. Nasty motherfucker.